Hey, y'all. You never thought you'd be invited into my bedroom so early on into our relationship, did you? Not usually that easy, but here we are. You're welcome. So, anyway, as most of you know, I ride motorcycles year round. And that means I ride when it's hot, I ride when it's cold, I ride when it's raining, I ride when it's snowing, I ride every year, every time, every season. Doesn't matter because my motorcycle is my only vehicle, so I don't have a choice. Uh, the thing is during the wintertime, I am blessed to be able to live in the state of Georgia. So it does get cold here. I'll show you how cold it was just a few days ago as of the recording of this. And it does get cold, but it usually doesn't stick around that long. We're usually in the 40s or 50s, which is cold enough, but if you dress right, doesn't matter. Now, I know what some of you are saying. Some of you are sitting there going, yeah, but you ride a Harley. You've probably got the heated grips and the heated seats and the heated jacket and the heated pants and the heated boots and the heated helmet and whatever else can be heated. I don't. I don't have anything heated on my bike. No heated grips, no heated seat. I don't have any heated clothes. They're too expensive. The Temu stuff doesn't last more than a day. So I want to show you how I dress for the cold weather. Now, when I lived in Colorado, as you know, if you've seen some of my old videos, you know that I come from Durango, Colorado. I lived there, and I only had a motorcycle when I lived in Durango too, for the most part. And I rode when it was snowing. I rode when it was 10 degrees or colder outside. And I just had a Honda Shadow. So there wasn't anything heated on that, and I had to dress even warmer. So basically, here in Georgia, whenever it drops below 50 or 40 degrees, even this week it got really cold. And so I had to wear coveralls on top of everything else I was wearing. I wanted to show you guys what I typically dress whenever I go out riding in the cold. So here's what I have. Depending on how cold it is, if it's between, say 40 and 50 degrees, I usually will put on a moisture wicking t-shirt, however this goes, so that if I do start sweating, the sweat gets wicked away from my body. This is just, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is just, something called 32 degree cool. Like, I think I got this at like Sam's Club or Walmart or something for a pack. It was like $10 or something. It was cheap, but stretchy, really cool. It's really cool in the summer. I love these things in the summer, but I really love them in the winter because they're lightweight. They wick away the moisture. If I do start sweating, it gets it away from my body. We're all good there. So I start with that. Next, I will put on a shirt like this. This is a kind of a thermal underwear type shirt that I wear over the t-shirt. And then I will put on either a flannel like this, and then I'll have my leather jacket over that. And of course, my gloves. And that usually will take care of the top. Now, if it is colder than that, then I have some heated coveralls, or not heated coveralls, insulated coveralls, a little bit thicker. They actually belonged to my grandfather. He was a diesel mechanic for Halliburton, and they belonged to him. And I still have them. Every time I work on my truck or my bike, I usually wear them. So I will usually throw those on over whatever I'm wearing, and then put my jacket on over that. Keeps me nice and toasty. I'm all good to go. Now, as far as what I wear for pants, I will usually put on a pair of thermals, or again, this is like 32 degree heat. Now, these are like the same as the t-shirt. They're stretchy, but they're moisture wicking. The great thing about this is it actually will hold in the heat I stay nice and warm. Everything stays great. Um, they don't bunch up or anything like that. They get caught in my leg hairs, but it's the price you pay in the winter. But these actually work really, really well. Then I will put on just some jeans over that. Now, if it's below 40, what I'll do is I'll put on those like legging looking things. I hate saying that, but my wife always says, "Are you putting on your leggings today?" I'm putting on my long johns. But what I will do is sometimes if it's below 40, I will put those on, and then I'll put on some, sweatpants. These are a little bit thinner sweatpants, so they don't take up a lot of space. It's harder to put the jeans on. But I'll put these on over those thermals, and then jeans on over this. If I ever get to the point, I don't even know where I had it here. If I ever get to the point where, like back in Colorado, where it would drop below, say, 20 degrees, I would even put on a hoodie, put on the shirt, the thermals, a flannel, a hoodie, my jacket, and then usually, or the insulated coveralls, and then a jacket. I look like the kid from the Christmas Story, all like that.
What is it? I can't put my arms down.
That's me whenever it got super cold. But I never got freezing. And you say, but Bobby, what about your feet? Well, I have some waterproof, these, oh gosh, I don't know if you can see these. It says waterproof Harley Davidson boots. My wife turned me on to this website called Macari, and these are my second pair of these that I've owned, and I buy them off Macari, which means they're used from some, but I've never got a pair where they were actually really used that much. You can tell mine, these are relatively new, but I use them a lot. I wear them a lot, so they're already starting to get wore out. But these are insulated on the inside, so they're thicker. I wear these boots year round, but I will admit in the summer, these aren't the best boots because your feet do get really, really warm in these. So I will put on some thicker wool socks, then covered by, just regular like tube socks. And then these, my feet actually stay nice and toasty. Not bad at all. So get yourself some insulated boots, and you're all good. Now, what happens if if it's raining or something? Of course, I have rain gear. Now, the problem that I've run into here in Georgia in the winter is it will get cold. It will get like below 40, and then it'll rain, which means I have to dress in layers, and then I also then have to put on rain gear on top of that. So in the wintertime, and I thought I brought them up here, but I don't. My wife must have saw them and put them away. Anyway, I have two sets of rain gear. I have just a regular summer set of rain gear that just fits normal. And then I have some extra large rain gear that will go over my clothes and still have plenty of room to move and everything. So I don't have issues there. So that's the way that I dress for cold weather. Like I said, I don't have heated anything. I just dress in layers. And for the most part, it's great. I do have the benefit of having a fairing on Gypsy. So a lot of the wind, doesn't necessarily hit me like on my old Honda. The wind hit my chest. I would ride with, I would switch hands out. I'd put one hand down and warm it up on the engine, and then take the other one and warm it up on the engine and just swap out, But here in Georgia, I really don't have to worry about that. And then the fairing helps a lot. So And my handlebars don't go up above the fairing. They're down below, so my hands don't get hit directly with the wind so much. So it's not bad. It really isn't. So again, I'm blessed to be able to live here in the state of Georgia where it's pretty mild, except for the summer. There's a reason why they call it Hotlanta. I'll take the cold winter over summer heat pretty much any day of the week in Atlanta, because that heat just, I've been here for 5 years and you'd think that I would have gotten used to it by now. I just can't. It's so hot some days. It just gets, you feel like you're swimming instead of breathing. So anyway, so that's how I dress in the cold. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, thank you to my subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm always shocked whenever I get a new subscriber, and you guys are the best. The comments lately have been amazing, and I try to respond to every single one of them. So please do me a favor. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the new content that comes out. And hit that thumbs up button for me. That lets me know and lets the algorithm know that I'm doing a good job. So at least I hope I'm doing a good job. I'm starting to learn how to do this a little bit better. So, here we go. So hit that subscribe button, the notification, and the thumbs up for me. I'd appreciate it. And as always, see you the next time, and keep the rubber side down. Bye.